On your large sheet of white paper with your name on the back, you're going to make a series of concentric circles to make the ripples on the pond. And when I say circles, I actually mean ovals. I generally like to have my paper the wide way, but to fit on my camera, it has to go the tall way. But actually, maybe this is okay. So we're going to start with a very light color. White tends to be the best choice for this, but you won't be able to see it on the camera, so I'm going to choose pink. But pink, yellow, this very light peach, very, very, very light blue. Those are all light enough that they could be read as ripples on the pond, and it would make sense. So with that in mind, I'm going to make some concentric ovals, and that just means one inside the next. So I'm going to start with one oval, and inside I do another oval. Inside of that, I do another oval. With oil pastel, you want to make sure you're pressing firm and hard, so we're not getting wide lines, but we are getting hard solid lines, so that when we paint, we will end up with our paint that goes over the lines but doesn't cut through them. Then we want to draw another set of concentric ovals, like there's more ripples happening over here. You could even do in the center of that first one, like a little dot, like that is the thing that caused our ripples. Now, when ripples hit other ripples, they might butt heads and they might cause other ripples to happen, but we're seeing overlap. So rather than going through, we're going to overlap a little bit. One kind of on top of the other one, skipping that little space. Again, long and wide. 1, 2, 3. And I might even go bigger with this one, but again, I'm going to pretend like it's going through, but this other one is cutting or interrupting my ripples for my other one here. Okay? So we're looking to create overlapping concentric circles, but also filling our space. Concentric ovals. Excuse me, did it again. Again, one, and now bigger, and bigger, but this time I'm going to stop at that edge, and one more layer bigger maybe. And I'm going to keep going until I feel my paper has enough ovals and it feels pretty full. Some can be closer, some can be farther, but they're all shapes. I can even have some go off the edge here. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm ready to move on to painting. To paint my leaf line artwork base, the water part, I'm going to choose either hot colors, these ones here, or cold colors, those ones there, to create my background water. So they are all in a row. I can use any of these three colors or any of these three colors, but I can't use both because it just creates brown when you mix. So I'm going to go ahead and choose hot colors because that's where I started in my leaf line art. And with tempera cake, the way that it works is that you have to start by getting your brush wet and getting the color wet as well. So dip in the water, and then starting with the lightest color, pet, pet, kitty cat, pet, pet, paint, pet, pet, kitty cat, let's go paint. Really have to spend a little time waking up that color at the beginning. After this first time, or if someone's already woken up the color, you won't have to spend as long patting that color to really wake it up and to get some good color coverage. So as you paint this on your paper and you have plenty of water, the lines that you colored with the oil pastel will not show up, which is our goal, because we want those lines to be the color that you painted, and then the rest would be the lines will show up as whatever color the lines are. So you can use a little bit of water to spread out that color. You can get pretty intense color. If you have too much paint, it won't work as well. So again, we're going for big organic motions here. You'll notice that if I have those brushy marks, I don't have enough water in my brush. My brush is dry and I need to get a little bit more water in there but I don't want to work this so much that I get a hole in my paper. So there's a balance, but you can find it. So I'm going to paint my water in here with lots of water. The subject is water, and I'm using water to paint. That's kind of funny. So painting that in all the way to my edges. Plenty of water in my paintbrush. There we go. So it's pretty quick, but it comes together and it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to let this dry and then come back after it's dry.